George Kambosos, it's official. March 22, you versus Daud Yordan. Your first time back in Sydney after 8 years, and I can see a special place the last time you fought him, just over there.
Yeah, there it is, Luna Park. After 8 years, when I beat the highly talented top 10 in the world, Brandon Ogilvie, a fight that the Australian fans won't forget because it was a hell of a fight, a bloodbath and a big build-up. But the world wouldn't really know too much about that fight, but it was a good test and got me a lot of notice as I move forward in my career. So it's good to be back in Sydney. We've got a beautiful state here. It's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do a nice event in Sydney, obviously here in Australia, and here we are, March 22, the premier event in Kudos Bank Arena. Daud Yordan, a guy that's very dangerous, a guy that is a knockout artist, 43 wins, 31 knockouts, a senator, a two-time IBA world champion, a WBA world title challenger, a guy that, yes, might not be as recognised and known as the Lomachenkos and the Haneys and the Lopezes and Selby and Bay that I fought, but a guy that I know very well, a guy that I've seen in the past and was scheduled to actually fight in 2016. So I know what he will bring. He will not be one to be embarrassed in this big event. He will come to fight. He's a slugger. This is a good fight.
Talk about Daud, we go back 6 years ago, he's one of the most feared in flyweight and lightweight. Talk about some of the opponents. Super feather and lightweight, my apologies. But talk about how, and there were some other opponents that were getting thrown around as well. Talk about how that came about with Daud.
Look, there's history with me and Daud, and I respect him because he's amassed a very big record. He's fought some very good challenges. He had a good knockout win in his last fight. He's gone the distance and gave a hell of a fight to Anthony Crolla, Chris John, who's a legend of the sport, even beat Marquez, Chris John, and fought Robert Guerrero, and fought a lot of other good guys. So the respect is there, and he's a senator of his country. We've got 280, 290 million Indonesians as a population. So of course they're going to jump in and watch the zone, watch the broadcast. But there is a big event a couple of days before as well.
Yeah.
With Australia versus Indonesia. So I'm hearing there is a lot of fans supporting him. He's a senator, he's a man of the people, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm very focused on Daud Yordan because I know how dangerous he is. Some people won't, but when you look into him and deep dive into him, he's a little bit older, of course, but so am I. So this is a good test.
George, talk about the road path for you now with Matchroom and DeBella coming on. I'm talking about Matchroom coming on and DeBella Entertainment. Are we going to see you more in Australia this year, or is this a fight that you want to do here? God willing, you get the victory and then move back over to America, and I'll mention some other names, or Saudi, or Riyadh, or the UK. What is the road path for you and your team?
I think this could be the last time you see me fight in Australia for a long time.
Really?
I think this will be my big, not only homecoming back to Sydney, but it could be the last time I fight in Sydney because there is a lot of other plans, and the big boys, obviously, in the US. I love fighting in the US. I'm undefeated in the US and Saudi Arabia. A lot of interest there. So we'll have to wait and see. But my focus is on Daud Yordan. Like I said, you don't disrespect this guy because he's dangerous. He can fight. He can slug. He can take shots and keep coming. So I've got my hands full, but I will make a statement in this fight.
Talk about that. We're going to talk about different sport. Soccer. Australia's going to play Indonesia in the World Cup qualifier 2 days before. We just found out off Ticket Tech there could be 2,500 to 3,000 tickets already allocated aside for the Indonesians. That is massive. I know for the fans listening in, the tickets aren't on sale yet, but for you and your father and for DeBella and Matchroom to maybe have 2,500 to 3,000 that are already booked in before you start.
Yeah, look, it's going to be huge. I know this event's going to be big. Obviously, no matter where Kambosos fights, especially in Australia, it's always a big event, big atmosphere, and the Indonesians will come. They're loud. We've got a big population of Indonesians here in Australia that will support their national hero. He's their national hero. He's the senator for the people. And it's not like here in Australia where we hate our politicians, we hate our senators. There they love them. We see it with Manny Pacquiao, and this will be the second politician I get to smack in the face.
Well, I was about to say, him and Manny, they're the only two senators in the history of boxing that have actually gone on and won world titles and that,
there was rumours and potential talks a few months ago of Manny Pacquiao and Daud Yordan fighting, two senators going at it.
Really?
It would be huge in Asia. But Kambosos obviously jumped in and made sure that that fight happened with Daud Yordan, because Yordan is deserving of this opportunity. Like I said, there's no disrespect. I respect him. But come March 22, in Kudos Bank Arena in front of my hometown, I must take his head off. I must.